That's pretty hot. Pretty hot opener.
So funny.
It's fine in Carolina. Nothing could be finer than whatever it was.
That thing cracks me up.
In the morning.
Carolina. South Carolina, come on and raise up. Y'all know
I've
that
only
one?
driven
That's
through.
North Carolina, but
stopped it south of the border, had a taco or whatever, bought cigarettes for cheap.
Of course.
$3 a pack back then.
Yeah. Oh, the first time I bought a pack, they were 83 cents. I stole the change out of
the tobacco there is so fresh.
I stole I stole change out of the fountain in the mall and went up into the Rite Aid and gave them 83 wet cents. They gave me a pack of cigarettes. I was 12.
Hey,
I know you did. I saw you in New York.
I know in New York. Like, were you smoking a cigarette? I was like, yeah, it's a joint. It's a joint.
Yeah. Got it.
I cold turkeyed after Vegas. So
that's the only way you do it. That's the only way to do it. Every other way I've tried, I smoked again. So there we are. All right. So set your soul free and quit smoking.
Boom.
Public service announcement. Kev's good takes. We don't have a banner for that, but that's actually a Kev good take. Set your lungs free. Set your lungs free, y'all.
Set your lungs free.
Or fill them with better things. Just fill them with better things. We're not saying set them free. You know, we definitely want you to constrict them.
Just no cigarettes.
Just don't do it with the corporate tobacco, killing machines. Don't let them do it to you. This Set Your Soul Free is phenomenal.
Did they do a mountain jam or not? Was it a mountain jam or not?
It's always a mountain jam, Kev. And if you want it to be, it can always be a mountain jam for you and for everyone.
He played the lick. He played the lick at one point, all 7 notes or whatever.
Did he?
Serious Sean gets it.
Yeah.
Set your term there.
Longest opener in history.
Yeah, 23 minutes.
I did steal that fact from young Ryan, but
that's all right.
Really fat
openers. You don't
openers.
have to tell us. You can just steal and...
No, yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
Right.
Silky smooth jam, kind of ebbed and flowed, had lots of like shreddy peaks. It did crash land. Kevin wanted to make sure we wanted to.
Ugly. The rest of the band was like, "What are you doing, man? We were good."
Well, it goes back to like we were talking about the other night, the coming back into it. Sometimes now that he's like so adamant about coming back into the song.
Well, it's like we know what the song is, right? Like,
yeah.
It's like, well, okay, I shouldn't always say that because I forgot what Light was when Light was playing tonight. But I feel like it's like he's, but I'm like, we don't need.
But you do it, you build to it. You do a nice jam, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, we're playing it again.
Well, bring the music back in before you start singing the lyrics is what's nice. Like, and that one was just so abrupt. All of a sudden he was just like, you're like, whoa, all right, I guess we're going. And then it took him a minute to get sort of back into it. So it was a little.
Yeah. I guess we can pop this up too and take a quick look at it too. When we got, and this is worthy of some conversation here, this Walls of the Cave, because this also was kind of a statistical anomaly. And we have a kitty alert. We have a kitty alert.
Love it.
Anytime we get a pet or animal on the show, it is always a top-notch ratings.
We totally need a button.
That's right.
Right now, but she'll make an appearance.
Oh, she is totally digging this.
I hate it.
I think there was some your pet cat teases tonight.
Every night.
There's always
things. Yeah, that
they're always petting the cat.
I heard people say they heard a DG somewhere too.
Man,
but there's always those people, right?
Yeah, San Jose. They're our favorite people, actually.
There's the Mountain Jam people,
Mountain Jam people like Kev.
Oh, we do want to mention this. Look at our guy.
My daughter asked me to shave for her graduation today, so I shaved.
Congratulations on getting one all the way through.
There's no 2 ways. There's no other answer when she says, "Will you do this?" And I'm like, "Of course."
Dad of the year.
You look professional for my graduation, Dad. Please.
Yes.
He also did wear the Hustler shirt though that he's wearing, so it was kind of a
yin and yang there.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You can't go full all in.
A little bit.
So what do you think of this Walls of the Cave, Abby? How do you?
I mean, I always love Walls of the Cave. I know it's like one of Tom Marshall's favorites and everything, and I always think about that when when they play it. I thought obviously I was a little bit the ending of Set Your Soul Free was a bit abrupt. I think we were all just like, why? Like, what happened to segs? You know, like, just a seg would be nice, but you know,
well, maybe that's why he did it, because he was like, you know what, I'm gonna just pull out of this real quick, because suddenly he just got in his head like, I gotta play Walls of the Cave next. Like, let's jam that out. So he's like, how do I end this real quick and get into that?
I know.
This is where we are.
Trey does get that like tunnel vision. It's like when I'm trying to think of another example. Like, I don't know, when he really wants to play like Lonely Trip, or you have to like try to find that perfect way to like get there. I feel like that's how he was with Walls. But yeah, I always love that song. I mean, it's a beautiful song. But again, I felt like it was an inverted.
Yes, the inverted set.
Which is like the last night. Was it just the last night of Alabama that it really felt like the set list was backwards?
Well, they opened up with Character Zero the one night.
Yeah, the Zero opener. That was like, so I feel like there's something going on with
this
that.
This is the inverted tour.
Yeah, I mean, especially,
we're going to get a Yam to open tomorrow night.
I mean, they still haven't played
that's
one.
Like the 22603 show. Wasn't that one of the only Yam openers?
And we've yet to have a Yam since
Island
LA.
Tour they did open first, but
so we're still waiting on it. I mean, it's crazy we haven't got
Mexico, right? Mexico, they did it.
I thought we decided
New Year's. No, they did it on New Year's, which doesn't count.
Yeah, they haven't done it since they've come back in the spring tour yet, which I do
with
think
an audience live, right,
which is interesting, you know. So there's definitely a lot of songs.
Twist,
and this is where. Yeah, and this is where Deer Creek folks start to go.
So much on the table, so much.
Right, so you start to see what's left. You start to go what's off the table potentially. I mean, I think these shows for sure are, these songs are done. I think the Alabama songs, maybe early on, maybe the first, two, you might still get a hood. I don't know. It seems like some of those songs are so standard in a 3-night run. Like, it'd be crazy not to get at least one or two of those as a repeat. But it's really interesting to see. It kind of opens a lot of possibilities for what, Deer Creek could have.
Totally.
Of course, they did play Golden Age, so I cried.
Well, you still got your the whole entire Ghost of the Forest catalog to go through.
No, well, that's good,
Creek, right?
Well, it's Kevin's favorite, so I'm hoping that we get lots of.
We can stumble through Ghost of the Forest because I was told that Life Beyond a Dream is a Ghost of the Forest song because the live show he played it, even though it's not on the album. No, it's on Sigma. So
right.
Released it's not on.
Time it was put, but it was.
I tweeted that there were no Ghost of the Forest songs yet, and somebody was like, no, and I'm like,
I don't consider that one.
Yeah.
Like full on. I feel like that's so much more of a Trey song, and since it's on Sigma, it's its own kind of PHISH thing.
Yeah.
So I still consider it nothing off of Ghosts yet, which has been great.
And the Susan Tedeschi, when she sat in with that, I always think
he should give her the song. Say, here, you have this song because I don't deserve it.
That was the coolest when they did that.
So good.
Totally.
And we get sample. We get sample in a jar. So pretty standard Blazer. Kind of brought us back into normalcy, I think, in some ways a little bit. Like the Set Your Soul Free was long as an opener. The Walls of the Cave was also a very long Walls of the Cave. It's one of the longest ones, I think, since 2.0. Yeah, no, it was a super long, kind of basically jammed out, Walls of the Cave, which is pretty rare too. Then sample, pretty standard. Then Steam, which we talked about with Steam. Standard. As a day song, it's an interesting spot for it. But yeah, I know there's
same with my friend.
Our guy Skoy, right? Our guy Skoy, he's a big Steam lover. Where were you guys at on the Steam here?
I like it. I think it's kind of an odd day song. It's always Cue the Fog Machines, and it just kind of always has that sort of nighttime feel to it. So it was kind of weird seeing it and hearing it during the day, kind of like doing My Friend right after it too. Like that's sort of back to back, different. It was different hearing them where they were with the daylight in the first set, but I don't mind them. They're always fun. It's always a fun thing. My friend didn't have the ending.
Song. I don't know where you guys are at.
I like Sexy Steam. I have no problem with it.
It's my favorite. It's just so good. I know what you're saying, though.
But you know what my thing with Steam is? It never it is what it is. It's like a squirmy coil. It is what it is, and you get it, and it's great. I love it. I wish I had a girlfriend when I saw.
I did like his jam, and I thought the jam was cool. And that was one song where he did come back into it really cool. Like you could, like he brought it back, which was a cool little like dun, 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 like that's a cool little lick to bring it back into, and then finish it up, and then going to My Friend. Like I said, it was cool.
My Friend, so fun. It's such a cool little ditty. I mean, it
does what it does, and it was weird. It's always been one of those songs that's kind of.
I'm a riff stan. The whole album. You give me those songs.
Anything off riff is fine. So play it, whatever. It's gonna make me happy. We got a couple
of
them, which then Sparkle right after that,
Sparkle.
Which is always fun.
I love that. It's so happy and depressing.
Yes, please tell me Abby is throwing some shade at Sparkle, please.
It's probably might arguably be my least favorite PHISH song.
Yes.
Whoa, nice. Yes.
I know the only reason I
breaking news,
that is because I know I'm not alone.
No, you are not alone. Please, I agree.
Protect me.
That deserves this one right here. Damn! That's a strong tape for that one, and I agree.
I mean, it's too fast. It's too nothing. It does absolutely nothing for me. I don't know. Well, we all have to have something like that, right? At least I have. Thank you, Sparkle's met.
We get a lot of that. I get a lot of that from people. I like it because it's so fast. It's like it's going so fast. It's slow.
But it's also like I feel like it's easier to say you really don't like a song like that when it can't go anywhere. It doesn't like have potential. Like I used to say I didn't really like Light, but I would never say that now because Light has so much potential, But Sparkle has zero potential. It's not going to go anywhere.
Yep,
that's a great point.
No, not going anywhere but the bathroom. That's for sure.
Yes,
there you go. Make me have to hit that
That's
again.
Your bathroom song is Sparkle.
Damn!
Quick.
That's a double damn on that one.
I mean, it was, Into the Ocelot too was a little rough.
Yeah,
you had time.
That's my bathroom song. Like I just am not a huge Ocelot fan. Like I'm not gonna hate on it, but it's just that's the one I'm running to get beers and take a leak.
All right, what's the next song?
You had plenty of time to go to the bathroom during that section. If you happen to be someone who just wasn't down for those songs, which I think we totally get.
I said, there was a lull.
Because Leaves is next, and I think there's a lot of folks that are going to say that that's another song that especially again sometimes it's placement, right? It's all about placement.
Paige needs to learn the lyrics if they're going to do it.
Oh my gosh, Leaves,
and not fumble through the song.
Yeah. It's very lyrical. It's very complex lyrically. Like I feel like you need to hit those words to like convey what Leaves is about.
Right.
Like,
you need to recreate the studio, right? You need to recreate it.
Yeah, like if you miss Cavern lyrics, it's like, it's okay, keep going, it's fine. But like Leaves, it's like, like you miss kind of the, you need those lyrics to kind of back up like those emotions there. I mean, I think it's absolutely.
It's more song. A Pink Floyd-y kind of song than a Grateful Dead-y kind of song that you want to hear what was on the album. You want to hear it recreated live, not that's what the song sounds like. Let's see what they can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agree.
And then Coil, right? And a Coil walk off to me is
Coil walk off.
It depends.
It's
great. It is what it is. It's go ahead, fam.
No, go Abby. Abby's gonna say exactly.
I don't know the way that entered, the way that I'm worried, the way that I'm starting to like feel about that Coil walk off, like is like the one. I don't know, like. When you feel that one and doneness, like I don't want to be like, it's the Coil, it's the end of the set. Like I don't like feeling like that about a song. I mean, that's like how Loving Cup feels.
You wanted in the middle.
Although we had a second set Loving Cup the other night, which was kind of a big deal. That doesn't happen that much, and that destroys my one and done Loving Cup closer. But I do feel like with Coil, I love it. It's so beautiful. Paige,
but it's got to close the set because
but I do hate that there are certain songs that immediately you're like. It's the end of
well,
the
that's
set.
why it would be great if that was one of those inverted songs and they like kicked it off with a Coil and then you're like, oh shit, like we're not.
Here's my plan, Paige. Yeah, Paige, if you're listening, you do Coil, you get out there, do your piano thing, and go into Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, and the rest of the band comes out and plays Lamb Lies Down on Broadway with you.
But it would be great for this. Exactly. To do something a little different. If not, don't, I mean, it's nice that they give Page the walk off there. And I always appreciate seeing him enjoy the crowd and kind of take his bow and have his
Encore,
moment, which
though,
is great.
perfect.
But I would
Encore,
love to see them, do what he said, like invert it and just shock us all and like go into something after that, or let Page have his little moment of piano there, but then rip into something sweet, do
because
something
it wasn't
cool,
always like that. Coil used to be a 2,
Yeah.
3 song, 4 song. I think
Yeah.
at that Red Rock show in '93, it was like the 3rd song in the set.
Exactly. I was gonna say way back when, back in
In the olden
'92, like Kev
times.
likes to say, back in '92. Well, yes, it was like back in the day. It was not a closer like it is now, and didn't have the walk off feel, which I think we associate with sometimes. Kevin, like to Abby's point, nowadays you're sort of more like, oh, we're at the end of the set already.
I mean, that's why like Character Zero, I always get that too, but that's why I loved it as an opener. I was like,
yes,
I like this feeling. This is good to dig into. This is like interesting to see that they're,
having some fun with it, doing something different. And for me, Zero, I was like, yes, get it out of the way. Now we're not wasting an encore with it. Like it's done. Let's keep, let's go. So
I feel
and as a keyboard player, Jason, it's a kind of how fun would that be, right? Because he could play the Coil outro and then right back into Loving Cup, and then the band walks right back on, right? And then
or don't even leave. They can just stand there with their instant, and watch him do it, and then just kind of go right back into something. They don't even have to walk off the stage.
There's a lot of possibilities. I do think they try.
I mean, my choice is a Genesis tune that they should have done eons
ago.
Make me hit
the Walking on the Moon.
Oh, there you go.
Any Genesis song.
Can you imagine that? Right? Isn't that's what it's called? Right? Walking on the Moon. Yes.
Yes.
That was my that was my pull for Fishman.
Oh, look at our girl Jen coming up with it
into a 555. Now that's an interesting Coil 555. I'm sure if they did that, we'd bitch about what they went into. We'd be like, why would they go into 555 after that? Like, why not play something else? You can never make us happy.
We can't be pleased. And this is funny. Serious Sean. Close. Trey's bathroom song fair.
Well, now that he's getting older, he's got to go sometimes during the sets. Like
they got that spot on the side of the stage.
Well, let's all be grateful at least that he's actually using the bathroom when Trey's making a bathroom break now and not doing something else. So we'll move on to the second set on that note. But Ocelot 2, oh my gosh, this has become like a standard.
It's a lightning rod for me now.
I know this upsets you. I don't know. Part of me is actually a little upset, and only because it's not really as fun anymore because it's not rare, right? And so now part of me is like, let's go back to Ocelot 1, so it's just a really, interesting,
it's the lyric, man. It's the lyric. Ocelot 2's lyrics blow compared to the other one. Come on, the other one is quintessential Tom Marshall. What the fuck is he talking about? Armpits, and
while they're ripping it. And
all you need to do is tack the 2 ending 1 to 1. Problem solved.
I agree. I mean, I'll take either one anytime, though. I love them both. Like, I'm not, I like them. It's a fun way to start that set too. And then going into 2001, I thought that was a great, little sort of jammy, get down way to start the second set. Let's move, let's groove. It was fun.
It was a very short light in your eyes jam, though. Not like the one you saw out on the West Coast.
Right.
Weren't you at that show?
Yep.
Yes. So, I think Ocelot 2 has also started to jam a little bit, right? I mean, that has been a thing where they've stretched it out. And this was actually a really short one, but it kind of segued right into 2001, which was awesome. And it was at just a light bonanza, right? I think the new rig I think the interesting
rig wasn't moving tonight. The place was too small. The rig was
it
was one of those nights where it's the small, the smaller proscenium or whatever, like Santa Barbara, like we were saying, he doesn't get the full movement of everything.
Or Shoreline, it didn't move either.
Yeah,
because it's too old. That venue's too old. But that, I didn't realize that Corona being able to move the lights and shit. That takes an advanced stadium.
Yeah. Well, God, and the other night I thought,
Spirit.
speaking of that last night in Alabama, those things were moving all over. I thought that was the most active I'd ever seen the lights moving. And then it was kind of, I think he kind of did that on purpose. That was like, okay, now I got 2 shows where I'm not going to be able to have fun with it. So let's just go balls out that last night there and then kind of do what we got to do here. So.
Can I answer Jen's question?
No. Sorry, Kev. We're going to actually move on. No. This question?
Yes.
Sure.
And I do think that some of the Ghost of the Forest songs are only going to show up once a tour from now on. They aren't going to be like every 3 or 4 shows that you're getting repeats of Beneath the Sea of Stars and all.
Interesting.
Due for a drift, it seems, right?
Yes. None of them. No Ruby Waves, no Beneath the Sea of Stars, no Drift, no Evolve, no Lonely Trip. I mean, I lump all these things together, but they're, you know.
Nice. So yeah, then we actually got a really fat light, right? So moving back to Abby, your conversation about how maybe
I forgot what jam it was.
Boom.
Nice.
It was so
Right,
amazing.
I both forgot. That's
when they're hitting on all cylinders.
We both look at each other and we're like, what jam is this? And then I was equally as shocked to remind myself it was Light. Because Light, I in the early aughts of my 3.0 career, Light never slapped for me like I feel like it has been recently. Tonight was beautiful. The big blissy Light jams, like that space that it went. I mean, I want to forget what song it is. I want, that's like what it, I mean, for me to forget what song it is on the couch at home, like that's really good. And Light is not one of those songs that I think of. So I thought that was really spectacular. That really did it for me. I mean, that's what I took away from that show was that Light took me somewhere. And I think that's,
oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Breaking news. Wait,
we've got breaking news. Oh my God.
Live outside the venue. What's up, man?
Oh, hey guys. Sorry, it's not great lighting out here. It's a beautiful area, but lighting is not superb. I'll let the cops light me up. It was great, man. It was a really fun show, I thought.
Highlights?
Actually, Set Your Soul Free at the top was really fucking dope.
Nice.
I was like, I knew it would be too, and I was like thinking about Fam. I was like, man, he's gonna be all smug and like, I told you, motherfucker, and I wouldn't have to grovel and be like, you're right, Fam.
Walls of the Cave song
Did
too.
you hear? Did you hear Mountain Jam?
I'll be like, excuse me, I gotta take a
In the Set Your Soul Free.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's okay if you didn't.
I think I just got
That's
bad
perfect. That's Wook Plus. That's Wook Plus for you.
That's right.
That's what you sign up for below.
We're doing the meat stick.
Who's doing meat stick back there?
They're doing the meat stick.
I love it.
Is that Christina?
We're all hot.
Oh, you guys
fans
can hear me?
here,
I thought we
so-
had bad service.
No, we can hear.
What about
what's
that
going on?
fucking wall?
Tell Christina her meat.
What about
stick
that
name.
walls in the 2 spot?
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
We were talking about that. Interesting.
Take out the basic toss. Oh, shucks.
Yes,
Man.
I love it.
What did you guys think, though?
I love it because it's a dance. And then it
I
They
enjoyed
loved
it.
it.
Seriously, I'm
Sam
curious what
loved
you guys thought from the couch.
A lot of
I
good
thought
They
it
stuff.
played a lot of
in the
fucking
middle.
songs, didn't they?
Yes.
They played a
Yeah.
lot.
They played a lot more songs than they've been playing. I enjoyed it, but you know me, I'm a little bit of a fluffer. Kev hated it, and so it's a normal show.
Yeah,
It's
but
a normal
Kev was
show.
grumpy. I know Kev was
Yeah,
grumpy
he is.
tonight. He was stressed out.
He is a little
She was on
stressed out.
cloud
He feels
9,
better
and I had a good time.
It's
You know.
good.
Oh,
Go ahead.
now. Tell
sorry.
us about the venue. Tell us about the venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the 2 unique things about tonight. One was the venue, which was beautiful, but you had to go down like 15 flights of stairs to go to the bathroom. So like I definitely slowed the amount I was drinking and shit, so you didn't have to go that often because it's like old school bleachers.
John, how you doing?
But it was beautiful though. Once you're up there, it's in a bad seat in the venue.
Watch out. Okay.
Holy shit,
Watch
people
out,
are
watch
crazy.
Dude, I
And this
love,
we're going.
love the
Guy
live.
let go of
talking
his
to me.
balloon. Everyone's like, watch out, watch out.
2 questions.
You know what,
Tim. One.
Yeah.
How did it feel? Really intimate in there? Like, could you tell it was like the small? Was it louder the sound and like did it have that intimate feel?
It was in between because it felt intimate, but it still felt rock and roll. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it felt like a big show. It felt bigger than a shed show in a way because it had the real steep, like, arena type seating. So even though like Deer Creek this weekend's going to be probably 4 times the capacity.
No
I feel
way.
like
that place was 10,000 man tonight.
No way. It felt like 7 maybe.
That's crazy. With the steepness though, did it feel like you had a good vantage point, good eyesight lines for everybody?
Yeah, there were no obstructions anywhere, and the sound quality was perfect everywhere. I walked around a little bit in the second set, and it was perfect.
If they had done Antelope and everybody jumped at once, would they have raised the building?
No. Physics would not allow like that.
I don't even understand what you mean by that, Kev.
No one
Nobody
does.
really does.
No. Here, we'll hit
And
this
my
one
second-
for him.
Good question for you is where are all the balloons? I'm not hearing the tanks.
We walked past the tanks.
Oh, okay.
I got some pictures for you. I'm not going to say who did it, but I got some pictures for you in the private thread.
Appreciate it.
Oh, it was
Amazing.
good. No,
So is the lot scene, what's the lot scene like? Yeah.
I actually didn't get too much time on lot because it's like a small neighborhood. Like there's like a grocery store and like other stores and shit. And like
Were all the fucking wooks in the grocery store?
Yeah. But it's like,
Nice.
you know, it's like Merriweather, Kev. Like where
Oh,
you
they're
park,
hating life. They're like, fuck, not.
Oh no,
you got to park in all
Dayton
these
is
parking
pretty
lots.
posh. Like it's a small posh neighborhood. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Barbara. It's like sort of how the Santa Barbara is like in a neighborhood. That's
Right.
They were not ready for all these wooks, that's for sure. They were not
they're coming
wook
back
ready.
tomorrow?
no.
Yeah.
Well, especially
hopefully
on like a Tuesday night too. It's not even like a weekend. It's the middle of the week, so it's even like that's after a 3-day weekend, which is kind of crazy.
We were trying to get to the all-you-can-eat seafood buffet, and then there were all these.
Oh man. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Weird people everywhere.
Dude,
So what
it
do
was-
you think of that second set, Tim?
Well, what was cool was that like with the lights out and shit, well, the sun out, in the first set, it felt like a festival set, right? Like it didn't feel like a traditional set one, but once the second set, once the sun went down and it cooled off and everybody just really got locked in, the vibe was awesome. It like it got really locked in. I felt like vibe wise in the second set. And I feel like the
Nice.
band felt that too a bit.
We were just talking about it when you came on. We were just talking about that light and that jam and how even Abby kind of forgot that they were even playing light and how good that jam got. And then those white lights were fantastic. Like just that build up to it. And then the blowout was awesome. How was it in there?
Oh, very, very cool. It definitely had that same impact. I wish Kev wasn't in my pocket making me all anxious about the after show, but I shouldn't have looked.
You shouldn't have looked. That's how I felt too. And he put it in 2 threads, and I was like, dude, chill. I'm trying to watch a hockey game. I'm trying to watch the show. I got like enough. I'm working still. Like,
He shaved.
You know it's coming.
It's business, Kev, man. He shaved.
Yeah,
he
Kev
was
shaved today. We got to be on point.
exactly.
His chi never
man.
stops, though, man. It's just like full throttle all the
It kind of
time.
went
That's
old
who I
school.
am. I
It
want
kinda-
everything to be lined up,
Yeah.
and you know.
Speaking of old school Kev face, we got some old school tunes. You got Meat, Golgi Apparatus, right?
Meat
And
was so
Slave.
fun. Mike
Meat
and
was awesome.
Trey
I love
looked like
Meat.
they were gonna fucking touch tips. They were
Oh,
having a
That was
fun.
dope. That was so cool.
Wow.
That was cool. And then
Meat
Golgi
is like
changing it. I
their
love
weed
the
song to me.
Golgi lyric change to the barcode was hilarious.
Right,
and
yeah.
Very much a sign of the times. It was great.
Yeah.
Super funny. And
Well, hey,
Slave.
I'm gonna let you guys get back to it so I can find my car. But hey,
Be
join us
careful,
tomorrow.
Wook. Be careful.
Safe travels.
Hey, we're here.
Remind
We're
me
here
on
if
the
you need
lot.
us and you can't find the car. We'll be here. Don't worry.
All right, and remind me on the lot. I want to tell you about the people that are new to fish that I met because
Nice.
we were wondering if that like going viral with the whales and shit would actually have an impact this late in the career. And I actually met some people tonight that saw fish in like '93, stopped it, grew up, had kids, you know, went the route we didn't go. And then they saw that video and it was like a rebirth back to their childhood or something. And now they're like, yeah, I haven't done it in like 30 years, but I'm out here. I'm like, wow, that's fucking awesome.
That's great. Very cool. Very cool.
So,
Super fun.
all right,
Yeah,
guys,
well, we'll
I'll
see you tomorrow.
All
See you,
right,
buddy.
have a good night.
Safe
Tell Christine
travel.
we said hi. See you later,
All
man.
right, Bye.
All right. So they did Mountains in the Mist, and we're good on Mountains in the Mist, right? They could retire that. That's another tune we could retire.
That is so rude,
Man,
man.
these takes, Kev. I
Heartless.
swear.
There are other songs I would have loved, like a Pebbles in that spot. Something that's kind of in that vibe, or like I know they already did Sense, but like Sense there or something. Mountains in the Mist doesn't do it for me as much as some of those other vibey ones do. I'm not gonna lie.
But fam loves it, and I'm just busting his balls.
It's beautiful.
Tell us about it. Sell me on it.
I'm gonna sell you on it because it's a 2.0 classic, and it's meant to be taken in that context. And so whenever it's played, you're supposed to give it reverence and not this nonsense that you're giving it. And I won't stand for it. But let's move on to me. No, it's gone.
It hasn't been played that much.
No, Mountains in the Mist. No.
29 times.
Recently, though, they played it like 10
It's back
shows
in rotation.
ago.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's coming. Yeah, I feel like a lot of those are recently too.
I am going to catch one this summer because I'm talking shit.
Yeah,
I'm going to catch one. Probably.
That's why, Kev, your retiring it thing seems so premature. It hasn't been around long enough to retire it. Like you can maybe shelve it, and bust it out every once in a while. I feel like it's gotten more into rotation.
Semi-retired.
That's weird. I've seen it the last 10 times it's been played. I've seen it 5 of the 10 times. I feel like that's why I feel like. Well, I'm looking. It's like they played it at MSG this year, Santa Barbara Bowl, Dick's 2019.
It's heavy back in the rotation. It's really an interesting song because it kind of, and honestly, even in 2.0, it didn't get played. It got played it got played a couple times. It was new in 2.0, so of course it got played. Then 2.0, of course, 2.0'd it, and then it really didn't get played kind of early, 3.0, and then it kind of made its bust out, and then all of a sudden, like back in the recent times,
doesn't it go back to the original Trey solo tab tour? Mountains
it's
Snowflakes in the Sand.
Yeah, it's a long trilogy back.
Because I used to look at the set list and be like, "That's so dumb." They did Mountains in the Mist and then Snowflakes in the Sand.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah,
come up with a new title.
Come on, bro. The meat was awesome. Meat was really fun. And then Golgi. So you got like a really again old school kind of feel to this as you got into the Slave to the Traffic Light too, which I felt like I could hear coming a mile away. Yeah. And it hadn't been played in, obviously it wasn't played in Alabama. So I thought, oh my gosh, this is a great place for it to be played.
Was it played in New York?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we did get it. Yeah, we did get it in New York.
Yeah, it was played in New York.
Yeah.
But
I like the run
into Slave, especially like we can't pass over like the Golgi peak, like that fucking white light big thing. Like there's only a couple songs that really, really get there for me. Like that's like the fluff head peak, that Golgi peak is like really one of my favorite fucking things.
I am there with you 100%. 100%. The one time I had the really good rail spot, front row, right in front of Trey, and they did Golgi. You can see me in YouTube with my hands up, like pointing, like right. It's like one of my favorite moments ever. Like
I know it's like kind of a kitschy song, I guess people might think, but
it's one of those pure 1.0 songs. It's one of the things that got me into PHISH too. It's one of those first songs I heard from them. It's
like
one of those.
Susie has that big giant
white light moment.
That fucking slaps.
I think that
and that was mid
the last comment, I think she's right. I think she answered about Mountains in the Mist. I think she answered the question.
I'm a girl. Good. Yeah, we appreciate you. Great point. But yeah, so we got the ladies. Listen, the ladies are taking care of business. Abby, Coil, this is why we have the ladies here to class the place up, and we should turn it over to them again. Respect for the ladies.
Hey, can I just say before we finish out with the encore or the rest of the set, tomorrow night Abby's going to be back with us, and also Lenny Duncan from Blackberry Jams.
Crazy.
So it's going to be very interesting.
That's a heavy hitting show. That's a heavy hitting show tomorrow night. Big
that
time.
Right there. You think this is good? Just wait till
subscribe. Hit the like, hit the subscribe.
Yeah, that's right. I'll put that up, Kev. That's a great point. Subscribe, you damn wooks. All right.
That 3-song run. Go ahead, Abby. Go ahead.
During Golgi.
A barcode. I saw you with a barcode or a digital ticket or something.
I saw you with a barcode. It was what he said. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of
And then somebody, he's like, "You got it."
Hey, Dad.
There's somebody in the front row. He was like, "You got it."
Yeah, and
That's
this
kind
is
of a dad. That's kind of a dad one, but
It's
okay.
a dad
Totally,
Oh my
but it's so
gosh.
Trey. Just having like that joke. He had that joke going for days. He's like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I
do?
can't wait to say barcode.
Right.
New
Next
one.
time we do Golgi, I'm fucking going all in.
That's so funny.
Totally.
I
For
love
sure.
it. I don't fucking care if he wants to say barcode. I think it's great.
Great.
Yes,
I
With that
cute.
3-song run to
Hear
close that
that
set,
song.
Golgi, Slave, and Cavern, any one of those songs could have been the closer. And I feel like that's kind of inverted in itself too, because I feel like Cavern should have actually come
I
first,
agree.
and then Slave, and then Golgi, or like,
Golgi,
or
Slave, and Cavern are all really
But Cavern
hot.
is.
Yeah.
yeah, it was just it was a fun way to end that show. And I thought Slave would end it, but then when they did another, it's like one of those songs where you're like, this is the end, but then you get one more, you're like, oh yes,
They
one
were
more.
only
Just
Sweet.
done like a
66
20-minute slave jam and then just added Cavern to the end of the encore.
They were only at 66 minutes on that set. They've been usually 70, 71. So
well, this is where it's
I
always
think they
getting
were
tricky
afraid at
too.
the closing time. It was a 10:30 closing time. So
Yeah,
they were
they
like,
had to be
"Oh,
tight
we
on
got to make sure we end the second set." And then they were like, "Oh, we got plenty of time for an encore." But
Well,
can
it's
I
always
just say
tricky
Cavern? Can I just say Cavern is like a top 5 Fish song for me, because it's everything
Okay.
you want a Fish song to be, minus the long jam. But everything else you want it to be.
Yeah.
What is all that? Is it the great lyrics? Because you hate
Yes,
Wolfman.
the lyrics you have no idea. You can listen to
school play.
Cavern. You can listen to Cavern 100 times and not know what the fuck's going on. It keeps you coming back. You listen to Everything's Right. You're like, yeah, we get it. Everything's right. It's cool.
I just like comparing all these to Wolfman's and how much you hate Wolfman's and the lyrics and everything. And what is it about Sample that you like that Wolfman's doesn't have, and Cavern and these lyrics?
just
Like,
have a
you're
good
so all
memory
over
of
the map
Sample.
sometimes with these takes.
I have a
love
good
the
memory
takes.
of Sample.
These takes, man. Again, this is what
Exactly.
Kev bad takes. That's right.
I do agree. I feel like Cavern, for some reason, for me, is quintessential Fish. It just, the lyrics, the fact that I only remember certain segments every time I sing it. Nobody really knows all the songs. Nobody can sing it through.
Including Trey. And I actually won $1 off of Chatty Chew in the Deer Creek. Speaking of Deer Creek coming up in the Deer Creek lawn, we had a bet. He bet me that Trey would make it through the lyrics of Cavern. I have no idea why he had
terrible bet.
terrible bet, and I actually won that from him. And then I think I bought him an MGD after,
So
or
there you
something
go.
like that. By the end of it, so hey, it all
Nice.
works out.
Nice.
And for me, it's always interesting because I think for a lot of us out there that are doing this personally, this kind of throws off your timing a little bit with the set list if you're out there doing this.
And everybody who looks like Brad.
If you're out there doing that, then it's interesting because you get kind of behind the set list, or you get kind of, and sometimes live Fish is actually behind from the road. So like things kind of pop at different times. So I actually wanted to just bring that up so I could hit that button. So now I feel better about it since
46 days.
46 days. Oh my gosh.
First
in
time
the
at
Encore.
Encore. Yeah.
Oh my
Family pointed that
gosh.
out right away. That was a good call. And it's
And then
again
other
inverted
people
set
pointed
list.
it
Great,
out.
great place to put it. It's kind of a fun spot
That's the
for
show
it.
opener, right?
Right? Yeah.
Or mid. They've been doing it
Inverted.
mid-set. Last fall, they
I
did it a
love
couple
that.
times. Like Gorge, they did it mid-set, but they used it as the really long jam vehicle they were doing mid-set.
There was another really hot 46 days recently, too, right?
Speaking
Yeah.
of Top Gun.
Oh man, 46 days is always a banger. And here's it's the first time ever as an encore. And so what I think is really interesting about this one, I thought we might get it like the Carini Encore from San Francisco, right? Where it was going to be another like 17, 18 minute fire breather, and it killed. I mean, it absolutely killed and it jammed, but it did eventually go into tube. But I love this. I thought it had like a Mr. Completely type vibe to it. Like I don't know, it had like this weird kind of like slow bluesy jam at first, like even slower and more bluesier than 46 days normally is. And then, just a super, super fun jam. And then tube, right? I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
So fun. I love how excited Trey gets when he drops in a tube. He has that special little Trey spark that only certain first notes of certain songs give him, and I really feel like tube is one of those. And it just, I noticed
I
that
think
every time.
I think that the rest of the band was ready to go into the rock and roll part when they start singing again, and Trey missed it. And they kept jamming for a few more bars, and then finally
he flubbed something at some point a little bit.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
Cool.
But it's such a great again, that song is one of those two where if he actually nails it, you're kind of surprised. Like if everything goes right in that song with the lyrics and the composition and everything, you're like, wow, all right, you got it. And if he jams it, because it's just one of those songs that there's a lot of elements that have to go right for that thing to really be nailed. So you'll take it however you can get it, but again, that's a song that I feel like has really come out lately too and been played a lot more.
This was like an inverted 2009 show.
Very
there you
inverted.
go.
We're trying to do the Tom Cruise Maverick inverted because we were inverted. I can't do it on StreamYard though. I never can point at anybody the right way. Oh, look, I pointed at Trav.
You did it right.
I know. It throws me off that it's
backwards.
It's so weird. So I can't do inverted because we were inverted. Such a great line. Why they make another Maverick? We need to make another pie. I'm mad at this Maverick. Have you guys seen Maverick yet?
I did.
Anybody
I saw it early.
You have? Trav, you are mad. This seems like right up your alley, though. But for me, I'm like,
was
I'm
Goose
curious.
in it? Oh, no, he's dead.
Goose
His
can't be in it,
son was in
man. Come on, bro.
Why
are you always taking a shot at Goose any chance you can? Right, Kev? Even at the end of our show. Well, it sounds about that time, doesn't it?
Hey, can I say something real quick?
No, sorry.
No,
Kev.
you're done.
Tomorrow night, we are doing the lot before the show and doing a recap after the show. And when the lot beforehand is, fam,
Andy Michaels from Jet
Radio.
Andy Michaels, the golden voice of radio.
Oh
yeah,
an hour
for
before.
the great hair.
Whenever, what did they play? 6:30 is tickets, so we'll be 5 to 6:15 maybe.
It'll be early. It'll be early on the West Coast. That's for sure. I'll be in the middle of my workday, but I'm gonna stop by and say hi because it's the lot. So tune in.
And look for Abby afterwards. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, excited to see you
Thanks,
guys
Abby.
tomorrow.
So good seeing
Love
you.
you, Abby. Appreciate
everybody.
you.
Love you guys.
Hang out for a sec.
Yeah.